So March, as we know, can have a little bit of something for everybody, chances of something for everybody this week anyway. But there's a chance that the fire weather issues like we saw yesterday, we have a little bit less of today, might be our biggest headline as we move throughout the week. So we're going to take a look at the rough stuff possible later in the week. But for today, I don't think any such complaints will be had. I'm up here at Peculiar looking at I 49. You can see a nice clear day setting up across the horizon. It's going to be sunny and clear skies today. Temperatures today, like I said, no complaints. I see Belton checking out at about 72 this afternoon. Over towards Warrenburg, it's about the same. Harrisonville 72, a little warmer. Clinton 73. Down towards Butler, we're going to be 74 to 75. Over in Fort Scott 75. Nevada 76. Over toward Osceola picking up 75 as well. Want to mention this just in case you see some other headlines. This is the main reason for putting this in. This is looking at tomorrow, Wednesday. There is a thunderstorm area that's going to pick up just to the south. And this is late Wednesday, headed into Thursday. This is a concern mostly for the folks south, even of the Missouri state line, and even well south of there. Looking through this morning's data, I think this just continues to move off to the south, but can't rule out a few stray thunderstorms up to the north. So, for any of those with concerns for people down towards our southern regions, I just wanted to put that up there in case you're wondering, hey, what is that all about? Big story continues to be Friday. Really interesting system. So the risk for me is spending a lot of time talking about something that turns out to be not anything to worry about, and it's just a little bit too early to tell. But I'm going to paint the picture for what the possibilities are, real quick for you as we head toward that day. So severe weather outlook continuing to shift to the east. That's a good thing. I think we will deal with a few things on Friday, but this continues to slide off to the east. That's one significant change in the data. This is why I'm going to show what is so uncertain, what we need to watch out for. But as we move through the day on Friday, as this low sets up across Kansas, a couple things will happen. Strong winds are going to start to push in. That much is for sure. And that may be the game changer. Crazy as that sounds, cool, dry air may take over. It has the potential to do that, and it can push the area of instability that we have out of the area by the time any moisture wraps around. So what happens with this wind, and when that comes and when the moisture arrives, is going to be a huge deal. So we may have nothing but a big dry air event with a lot of wind. However, a little bit of overlap in there, a little bit of a change in the timing would make a big difference. And so that's why we're paying attention to all the modes of severe weather. But looking towards Friday afternoon, I do see strong wind gusts. Obviously, we know this is coming across Kansas. And so I do see as early as 1 o'clock on Friday, strong winds out here, 41, 42 mile per hour wind gusts. These pick up into west central Missouri and a little bit to our south into the early afternoon. And if that does happen, one of the things that may happen is here is one measure of instability. This particular parameter is a measure of the ability for thunderstorms to develop based on instability at the surface, available potential energy. And this has been moving off to our east through the afternoon hours of Friday. And so I do watch that because this is one ingredient that needs to be there for thunderstorms. So it is trending down over here in our counties, which is a good sign. It is enough that we can get some thunderstorms if there's moisture, but the heavier area of this particular measure of instability continues to trend east. So that's one good sign. However, if those winds pick up, that's just going to push this, like this is showing, clear off to the east by the time any cells of precipitation would wrap in. So it's an if, it's a big if. They could still be there. They could still organize linearly, which would be a severe threat for several modes if that happens. So that's what we're going to watch. We'll see if the if the cool, dry air pushes in and does chase all this out as that low passes over our area. So if it does not, I still think we have some robust thunderstorms, some small cells that may even cluster together, may organize in those afternoon hours. We cannot rule that out, but we'll pay attention to the winds. Like I say, much more confident still, like I said yesterday, that fire weather, because the temps are up, the strong dry winds are pushing in throughout the day on Friday. So this much we know for sure. This much has not changed. Fire weather outlook for Friday, March 14th. Still covering all of our area. No change there. I don't think we get a lot of precipitation out of this either. This has trended, all over the place, but I think it is going to continue to slide down. East Central Kansas, I'm sorry. I just think you get some uh, raindrops on a dusty windshield over here in West Central Missouri. We might pick up, 0.12, 0.13 of an inch, but not holding out for too much there. Temperature trend is about the same. All in all, even with winds on Friday, it's a pretty awesome week. This will make a drastic temperature change. Look at the weekend, lows 46, low 33 for Sunday morning before we climb back out toward Monday. So that is the data. That is all the things to keep an eye on. So once again, not ruling out severe potential for Friday. There is a conditional threat based on the way things stack together. A little bit of overlap could give us some booming thunderstorms or more, or just a bunch of wind. So tomorrow will be the day we get some data that I can really use and start to cut apart and take a little bit better look. And we will. In the meantime, have an awesome day. Appreciate you joining me. Catch you back next time.